This video I called New Year resolution, and I did felt like I was always doing this, but I wasn't really understanding what I was doing. I'm starting my day with a little habit that I will share with you, and you absolutely have to try it as well. And you just have to grab the phone and look at your phone on Instagram. I think if your body craves sugar, it screams to you, feed me. I do feel like I have a lot to share, I don't know. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel! I'm so happy to see you here because I was taking a little break from my YouTube. To be honest with you, I gotta be really honest with you in that video, so you kind of in tune with what's happening on my side because you've been a big part of it too, so I feel like we need to, chit chat. This video I called New Year resolution. Even so, a lot of people say now these days oh my god, New Year's resolution shouldn't be there, it's put too much pressure, blah blah blah. And I gotta be honest with you, I agree partially, but partially I'm not. I think we as a society evolved that pressure is not good, and I think pressure makes a progress. So I'm pro resolution, okay? I think that expectations have to be realistic, obviously, with your circumstances. My daughter is screaming. But I do think that setting a goal for the upcoming year sets you up for success, because I do feel like when you set your mind into something and you put it right in front of you, it's just that mind starts to form certain steps that will be able to take you to that goal. And just to kind of reflect on the previous year, the reason why I wasn't present here as much is because this past year of 2024, I really been dedicating myself to Instagram a lot, because that's been a goal of mine for a long time, to kind of figure out how Instagram works. I've been on Instagram for 10 years. First I started as a model, then I kind of transitioned 4 years ago as a content creator, and I did felt like I was always doing this, but I wasn't really understanding what I was doing, if it makes sense. So I think in that example, it just gives you an idea that anything you want to do, you really have to immerse yourself in. And that's what I did last year. I gave myself promise that this is going to be my focus, and I want to say I'm proud of myself that I finally feel like I know what I'm doing there. So I grew my Instagram account to 1 million followers. I'm so excited. And it's just not this the mark of million. It's not for me just oh my god, it's just 1 million. It's just 1 million, just I wanted to have that million. No, but it's just for me a sign that I was able to grow in such a this year span. I was really able to jump my account to so much, and I do feel like now I'm more connected with my audience on the Instagram. So that was kind of exciting for me to kind of feel like I have a community there as well. With that being said, setting up a goal and New Year resolution is important for me, so I will encourage you to do the same. Again, pressure makes progress, a healthy pressure, and I will share with you kind of my thoughts on where I'm laying for this year. So let's talk a little bit about my personal goals for myself, to myself. I want to say that this year, 2025, I want to continue celebrating myself, because I feel like I was always waiting for a perfect moment, for the next big thing, for this, for that, but I just want to be in the moment and enjoy every step of the way. And I do feel like I already do, but I just want to continue and bring this into a new year, 2025. I also want to say that in 2024, I was really able to learn how to delegate stuff in a way, not fully, but in a way. And I also learned that to find a little bit better balance between motherhood and professional work, because it's never easy. It always feels like you either give yourself more to one side or another, and I think you never be able to find that perfect balance. But I think just being better at accepting that is been a goal of mine, and I do feel like I'm finally mastering it, if that makes sense. Also, I think in terms of family and relationship, just continuing nurturing my relationship, personal relationship with my husband. I think we're pretty good at that. We're very supportive of each other, and I do feel like my professional side flourished because my husband provides me this safe space and the security of him being there for me and a lot of aspects. I think in that way I can focus on my professional and creative jobs that I have in my mind and ahead of me. I think also we shouldn't forget that any change starts with a small habit, and I kind of started this little habit in the previous year that I want to bring into the new year as well. Since my job is very correlated with social media, and I feel like it's so easy to be sucked into the social media world and stop living in the present moment, and it's just so hard for brain to switch from one thing to another, because I do feel like, I don't know if you ever noticed, but when you're on vacation and you're not on your phone and you're like disconnected for a little bit from your emails, messages, and etc., you become like so present in the moment, enjoying everything and not even wanting to touch your phone. I don't know, I experienced that on myself. Then it takes me a while when I come back from vacation to actually get back to the workflow of being on my phone and checking the email and checking the Instagram and being on top of trends and things like this. So I think in a new year, I'm hoping to master more the flow of how I can separate those two things and combine them at the same time. I think I got a little better at that. I'm starting my day with a little habit that I will share with you, and you absolutely have to try it as well. I feel like in our world, when we wake up, we have an alarm that's set on our phone, we turn it off, and usually first thing we do, I don't know, at least I caught myself doing it, you go to your email, Instagram, and etc. So you are starting your day with your phone, which is proven that it wires your brain to be distracted for the whole day. It wires your brain differently for a whole day. So I started to engrave this little habit that I feel like everyone can do because it doesn't require a lot of time. I don't switch on my phone for an hour after I wake up. So I wake up, let's say at 6:45. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I get kids ready for school, lunch boxes, brushing hair, teeth, dressing them, going downstairs and having breakfast and my matcha without my phone. I also found this 10 minutes meditation. I'm not big on meditation, but I do feel like sitting a little bit in stillness helps. I just put it on for 5-10 minutes, closing my eyes, and at let's say 8 o'clock, 7:45, my phone goes on into my hands right after that meditation that I just did. And I can tell you the difference that I feel in my focus and being able to separate that tension of present moment and being sometimes present on my phone just like changes dramatically. You don't have that need of like, you know, when your brain wired to like you're driving and you just have to grab the phone and like look at your phone on Instagram. Like you don't even consciously want to do that, but you like subconsciously doing it, which is so random and scary at the same time that sometimes you like don't control and then you catch yourself actually doing it. So this is a little habit that I've been incorporating in my own routine and life, and I recommend you to start your new year with incorporating it into your routine as well, and I hope you give me a feedback on how you feel after that. I also want to share a little bit of my goals for my channel here. I consciously want to share with you that this year I want to dedicate to my YouTube channel. I want to share more of myself. I want to share more of my spirit, of my knowledge, of all the things that I want to talk about and share with the world, because I don't know, I'm just so inspired to share a little bit of good of myself. I do feel like I have a lot to share. I don't know. I love wellness, I love fashion, and I just feel like when you find your peace and your balance, seeing other people not having that peace and balance makes you want to share it. And that's how I feel. I hope that each viewer on my channel who watches my video leave my channel with feeling good about themselves, learning something new, or maybe just like being, you know, entertained and relaxed, hopefully as well. So this year I will share on my channel more of wellness, more of things and tips, motherhood tips, personal things, talks. I hope that on this year on the channel I'll be able to bring on some series of talks with myself or other people. So this is what's coming, and please be here for that. Regarding also my health and wellness goals, as I told you many times, I feel like I feel so in balance with myself, with my body. I finally found peace with it. I don't jump in weight anymore. I eat whatever I want. But that being said, I still have a discipline within myself that I naturally want to make healthy choices. And we are actually been doing this no sugar, no alcohol challenge on my Instagram for 2 weeks. It was a personal challenge because I wanted to give myself a promise and keep myself accountable with an audience that I'll complete it. But anyway, so we completed this 2-week challenge, and I have to say I felt so great after. And there were so many misconceptions of no sugar, why we're doing it, how strict it has to be. So, and I said to people that we're doing no sugar challenge for you. Also, the way I do it is not about strict diet. And I think it's a long route, okay? To be not addicted to sugar, it's so much more complex than just telling yourself not eating sugar. It's just balancing all other things. For instance, before I used to be so into dieting culture. I was trying all type of diets on myself, no sugar, no carbs, whatever you name it, and I feel like I was craving sugar so much because my body was so deprived of calories. So I think if your body craves sugar, it screams to you, feed me. And feed me 2 things. One is either feed me nutrient dense food, a good food, because a lot of people eat shitty food and they crave sugar more, even so they consume enough calories. But the body is not satisfied with those calories because it's a junk, shitty food that it cannot do well for what it needs. Or second, you're deprived of calories like I was, so your body screams for food. So I'm a believer that if you are able to balance and feed your body with a good amount of food and a good quality food, you will not crave as much. So the whole idea of no sugar challenge is just to try to balance all those things, that you're not in constant fight with your body, but rather you feel like you can enjoy the sugar, but you don't overdo that, you know? And I think that's kind of can happen only when your body is in the balance state, so it doesn't fight you on eating a whole freaking cake instead of 1 slice. I'm telling you, if you would tell me 8 years ago that I could eat 1 slice of cake, not feeling guilty, not gaining weight, and not wanting more than 1 slice of cake, I would not believe you. And here I am. Also want to say that this year started already with traveling. We went to Brazil already with a friend, and she invited us such a last moment, and I was so hesitant to say maybe no, because I was like, I have small kids, it's so hard. And I said to myself, we only live once. I should say yes to all the travels, and I will continue to say yes to travels. So I hope we will continue traveling this year as well. And I hope I will not be hesitant like, oh my God, I'm getting off my workflow and how the kid's gonna be. And I realize that whatever situation you throw yourself in, you always figure it out. Anyway, guys, I hope this little New Year resolution video was a little bit inspiring for you, and also just show you where I stand with my plans. I'll be so delighted and so happy to hear your New Year resolution plans and goals and everything down below in the description of this video. So yeah, I'm so excited for this year. I just feel like this is going to be such a great big year for all of us and for me. Love you. See you. Bye.